10. Steve Ballmer, former CEO, Microsoft net worth $56.6 billion. Former Microsoft CEO, Steve Ballmer was a big winner on the list this year, thanks to surge in the company's share price, topping $1 trillion valuation and becoming the world's most valuable company again. Ballmer holds 4% share of Microsoft, worth $56 billion, with other assets including the Los Angeles Clippers, a basketball team. 9. Mukesh Ambani, CMD, Reliance Industries net worth $76.6 billion. Reliance Industries reported a 24% surge in its revenue to $67 billion, making Ambani the only Asian making it to the list of top 10. Ambani's wealth increased mainly on the back of a good performance in his telecoms business. Mukesh Ambani chairs and runs $88 billion revenue, oil and gas giant Reliance Industries, among India's most valuable companies. Reliance was founded by his late father Dhirubhai Ambani, a yarn trader, in 1966 as a small textile manufacturer. After his father's death in 2002, Ambani and his younger sibling Anil divvied up the family empire. In 2020, Reliance sparked a price war in India's hyper-competitive telecom market with the launch of 4G phone service Jio. Jio has signed on more than 340 million customers by offering free domestic voice calls, dirt-cheap data services and virtually free smartphones.
Eight. Carlos Slim Helú, Mexican businessman net worth $80.6 billion United States dollars. Down one place, Carlos Slim Helú has secured 7th position this year, with $72 billion. Helú's fortune largely stems from telecommunications company América Móvil and Grupo Carso, a holding company that engages in the retail, industrial, and construction business. Besides, Helú is also a significant shareholder of the New York Times and financial conglomerate Citigroup. Seven. Amancio Ortega, co-founder, Inditex net worth $81.6 billion United States dollars. Amancio Ortega of Inditex, world's largest fashion firm, including chains like Zara, is placed 6th this year, on the back of a massive $25 billion increase to $81 billion. Ortega acquired commercial property worth $11 billion of prime shopping real estate in London and New York using dividends from Inditex. Six. Sergey Brin and Larry Page, co-founders, Google net worth $90.6 billion United States dollars. Google co-founders, Sergey Brin and Larry Page, made it to the list for a second year running, with their net worth up 26% each to $68 billion and $67 billion, respectively. Five. Mark Zuckerberg, CEO, Facebook net worth $96.6 billion United States dollars. Facebook CEO, Mark Zuckerberg's revenue has reported a spike of $4 billion, keeping him in 5th place with $96 billion net worth. Facebook, the social network Zuckerberg runs, has become a go-to communications tool during the coronavirus pandemic lockdown. The Chan Zuckerberg Initiative, his philanthropic and advocacy arm, announced it would help quadruple the Bay Area's COVID-19 testing capacity. Zuckerberg started Facebook at Harvard in 2004 at the age of 19 for students to match names with photos of classmates. He took Facebook public in May 2012 and still owns about 15% of the stock.
Four. Warren Buffett, CEO, Berkshire Hathaway net worth $101.6 billion. One of the most successful investors of all time, Warren Buffett dropped one place to fourth spot amid the coronavirus pandemic. A recent SEC filing shows that Buffett's firm Berkshire Hathaway is investing money into defense stocks that are relatively immune from negative economic growth. Known as the Oracle of Omaha, Warren Buffett is one of the most successful investors of all time. Buffett runs Berkshire Hathaway, which owns more than 60 companies, including insurer Geico, battery maker Duracell, and restaurant chain Dairy Queen. The son of a U.S. congressman, he first got stock at age 11 and first filed taxes at age 13. He's promised to donate over 99% of his wealth. So far, he has given more than $41 billion away. In 2010, he and Gates launched the Giving Pledge, asking billionaires to commit to donating half their wealth to charitable causes. Three. Bernard Arnault, CEO, LVMH net worth us $111.6 billion. Despite major business grappling with pandemic, Bernard Arnault, man behind an empire of 70 brands including likes of Louis Vuitton and Sephora, continued his meteoric rise, securing the second place on the list with $107 billion, up $21 billion over last year. Arnault in November announced a deal to acquire Tiffany for $16 billion to get more access to us luxury consumers. One of the world's ultimate tastemakers, Bernard Arnault oversees an empire of 70 brands including Louis Vuitton and Sephora. In November 2019, LVMH struck a deal to buy American jeweler Tiffany & Co. for $16.2 billion, believed to be the biggest luxury brand acquisition ever. LVMH spent $3.2 billion in 2019 for luxury hospitality group Belmond, which owns or manages 46 hotels, trains and river cruises. His father made a small fortune in construction. Arnault got his start by putting up $15 million from that business to buy Christian Dior in 1985. 4 of Arnault's 5 children work in corners of the LVMH empire.
Two. Bill Gates net worth $113.6 billion United States dollars. Similarly, Bill Gates dropped to third position on the list, with a net worth of $106 billion, despite an addition of $10 billion to his revenue. Last month, Gates announced a $100 million commitment to fight coronavirus, which has triggered a global health emergency. With his wife Melinda, Bill Gates chairs the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, the world's largest private charitable foundation. In May 2020, the Gates Foundation said it would spend $300 million to fight the coronavirus pandemic, funding treatment, detection and vaccines. Gates has sold or given away much of his stake in Microsoft. He owns just over 1% of shares, and invested in a mix of stocks and other assets. In mid-March 2020, Gates stepped down as a board member of Microsoft, the software firm he founded with Paul Allen, d. 2018, in 1975. The foundation works to improve global health and to create equal opportunity for people around the globe. To date, Gates has donated 35. One. Jeff Bezos net worth $193 billion United States dollars. In June 2019, Bezos purchased 3 adjoining apartments overlooking Madison Square Park in Manhattan, including a penthouse, for a combined total of $80 million United States dollars, making this one of the most expensive real estate purchases within New York City in 2019. In February 2020, Bezos purchased the Warner estate from David Geffen for $165 million, a record price paid for a residence in the Los Angeles area. The previous record high price of $150 million was paid by Lachlan Murdoch. 202. During the COVID-19 pandemic, it was reported that Bezos's fortune had grown by $24 billion, citing a surge in demand from households on lockdown shopping on Amazon.